Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Caribbean Classroom. Tonight's program is one I hope will be as informative as it is entertaining. We have a lot happening as we speak. We're still trying to load up clips. My guest is on his way. Tonight I'll be speaking to Junior George. I hope he gets here soon, else I'll be talking to you. Will be you and me talking for the rest of the evening. Anywho, there are a few things that I want to get you up to speed with. For instance, we had a very, very successful broadcast, not broadcast, but a concert that took place at Langston Hughes Library a couple days ago, and was a major success. It was the very first time we had Eric Robeson performing at Langston Hughes. It was a standing room only crowd. People came out and had a whale of a time. It was an evening. The seniors were there, the millennials were there, the 40-year-olds and that group were there, and they all seemed to truly enjoy a beautiful evening, beautiful time, if I could use that statement. We're very pleased with the performance. Then he has Demo. It's the first time I was seeing Demo, D. Morris or Demo performed as well. And again, outstanding, two very outstanding performances. I'm a little disappointed in that I don't know if I should say it now, but the kind of support that did not come from the Central Library. I mean, we have a department, the library does, they have a public relations department, and there was not a lot of ink, promotion from for this concert. This is a big thing because the guy is a two-time Emmy, awardee, nominee, music in the music, whatever the highest honor that they do for musicians. And here he is performing at a Queen's Library location, and the Public Relations Department at Queen's Library didn't see it necessary to put a little bit of energy behind the concert. Nonetheless, we had a full house, standing room only crowd, and everyone had a great time, great time. It's in commemoration of Black Music Month. As you know, this is Black Music Month. We're in Black Music Month right now, June is, as well as we're in the Caribbean Heritage Music on recognition. Caribbean American Heritage Month, this is about the 12th year that we're doing it. Since 2005, House Resolution 71 was passed officially, marking June as Caribbean American Heritage Month. 2017 marked the 8th anniversary of this cultural celebration. Through the commemoration of this month, we hope to ensure that America is reminded of its greatness and lies in its diversity with Caribbean immigrants, from the founding father, Alexander Hamilton, to now my son Sebastian, and then my nephew, John, who is celebrating his first year coming this weekend. So we have been shaping America and creating that American dream for a very, very long time, and we intend to continue. We ain't going nowhere. Regardless of what they say in the White House, what they tell you then. And you had to think of people like from the Knicks, basketball player from the Knicks, what's the Knicks, former Knicks player again, Michael, from Jamaica? From Jamaica? Patrick Ewing, right? Remind you of Patrick Ewing. Tim Duncan. Of course, everybody knows who Usain Bolt is. We have a lot of contributors over the years. Colin Powell, the former Secretary General, I think he was. And so the Caribbean influence is felt throughout. Tonight's guest, I have a young man. He is coming in he's from Grenada originally, I should say. Originally he's from Grenada. And he's from my hometown. And what I'm going to show you is a band that he puts out for the last couple of years now. I think he's going into the third or fourth. When he gets here, he'll explain that to us. And what he did with that is we have a thing at home called Monday Night Mass. Now, Monday Night Mass is real crazy. I don't think any other mass countries, have a Monday Night Mass. But Grenada does, and what they do is pretty much light up the night with all fancy colors and craziness. I'm telling you, crazy, crazy, craziness. Now, you have about, them trying to come with them something about powder, something and powder. We're bringing lights and flashy stuff. I mean, it's crazy. When I tell you crazy, you have to be there to experience it. No, Pagwa is something else. Pagwa is that Indian celebration. That's more of a religious celebration than anything else. And they're throwing powder and stuff on your different colors and trying to say that we all are one. That's that's more of a Indian contribution to our culture in thing. Now, is that video, that Amazing Colors video, is that ready? Watch this video.
Right now, everybody put his stand up. I cannot tell you one time. Let me go. Put this thing in the center of the hand. Are we going to spin it around? Wiggle.
But anyway, Amazing Colors. Junior George is here. He's responsible for bringing this mass and confusion and madness in Grenada for Monday Night Mass. And now I understand that he's planning to do it in New York. I don't know how that's going to work out yet. But that will be something to a new phenomenon taking place in Brooklyn. Welcome to Caribbean Classroom.
Thank you so much, John Crow. I appreciate you having me on the program. I've been on here before, but this is a new setting, it's a new lineup, and I appreciate you reaching out to me and so we can have this great conversation.
Yeah, so that's what we just look at now. Amazing Colors. This is a brain. I mean, I know the band Amazing Colors that's your brainchild.
Yes.
But the whole Monday Night Mass thing is.
Yeah, well, Monday Night Mass is a form of mass presentation of colors in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique for Carnival. Carnival in Grenada is August. This is August 14th and 15th. It's a very unique kind of mass because people know Grenada is known for jab, right? That's another uniqueness of Grenada Carnival, Monday Night Mass. The whole concept and idea is basically a showcase of light. Amazing Colors have only been doing it for 3 years. And that's because,
this year going to be 3 years.
This year going to be 3 years,
right.
But we participate in Carriacou and we participate in different carnivals as well. It was something that we just had to put a different swing to it, and our swing to it, which is a little bit different. And it has been great so far. People come down from all over. I've had folks from Berlin, have folks from France, have folks from London, from Canada, all over the world to showcase and see what Amazing Colors has to offer. And with the name Amazing Colors, we always have to come with something new and fresh and different because people expect something amazing.
So, okay, last year, this was from last year?
Yeah, this was from last year. We had 2,500 people in the band.
Whoa, 2,500 in
2,500 in the band.
But no, okay, so do you get a prize for largest band?
Well, we actually didn't win because we are Amazing Colors. Again, we were a new band, although we was amongst the biggest bands because Monday Night Mass in Grenada was predominantly, you would find predominantly big corporations. So I'm just a small guy, I'm just a one guy. We have
big corporations like
sponsors like Digicel and Carib and those guys who have $1 million budgets. Although we won the minds and hearts of a lot of the patrons, but they're still bigger budgeted bands than us, you know. So we
Okay,
place.
stick there for a minute. Bigger budgeted bands, right? What does that really mean? That they have more, more lights, or they?
Well, not necessarily more lights, and I'm still trying to find out the official criteria of judging, because we was one of the biggest bands in
With
competition.
2,500.
Yeah, but we had companies like Carib who also merged the Carib brand and the Guinness brand, and they have two, so they came up with about 3,000 people.
Okay.
And those guys have been doing it for years. Carib has been doing Monday Night Mass for years.
Right.
And we basically the new dogs, the underdogs, and coming up and having such a magnificent. There was no other privately entitled band that came up with that kind of resurgence, that to come anything above 2,000.
But no, so that there is a prize for the largest band.
But there's a prize for there's a winning band. The criteria is still, they still need to work on it.
Well, they're working things out. They're trying. They're trying to think. But no, I'm stuck with the whole concept of large band, private, corporate.
Well, they don't have a part saying, okay, well, if you're private or if you're corporate. It's just the biggest bands. Again, we were able to showcase ourselves, one of the biggest bands of the year last year, but however, in Carriacou, we're the official winners for the past 2 years in Carriacou.
Are you the only one in Carriacou, isn't it?
No, well, there's other bands in Carriacou.
Oh, there are, okay.
Yeah, but we have basically shaped Monday Night Mass in Carriacou for the past 2 years.
But Carriacou Mass is not in August.
Carriacou Mass is in February.
Right.
It's around the same time like Trinidad.
Right.
And before, I was told that Monday Night Mass in Carriacou was not all that big and hype. We have really came in and we love Carriacou. As we say, Carriacou is amazing, and we really push Carriacou, and we get more people in Carriacou to participate in their own carnival than before in previous years.
Okay.
So not only us, there's a lot of people who did a lot of work as well.
So now, is Monday Night Mass in Carriacou around their carnival or around the Grenada Carnival?
Same time around Carriacou Carnival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same time around Carriacou Carnival.
Oh, okay.
So for the past 2 years, we were able to bring 1,500, 1,700 in Carriacou,
Wow.
which is unheard of in Carriacou
Wow.
for Carnival. And, it's just that my thing particularly, I'm not a mass person per se. I'm a like to see people happy person per se. If it's like if someone is having fun, I'm happy.
There you go.
And so I'm not like this guy who's trying to bring out mass around the world. I'm more of a person who looks at opportunity and see how I could make it better so people could have fun and people could be more expressive of themselves.
Did you also bring Amazing Colors to England?
Well, we're doing that this year.
Oh, this year.
We're doing that this year. For the first time, we're doing it in London. I went to London. We was participating in a band last year. I was there in London. And I participated in hosting pieces of it and stuff like that.
Okay.
But Amazing Colors was not officially in London. This year is the first year that Amazing Colors will be in London.
So people watching this and how they're friend in London, they could tell them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch out.
And then Toronto. Since our resurgence from bringing the mass, we have seen a lot of people in different areas call for us to bring Amazing Colors in their areas. Excuse me. And so we have just reaching out to here in the
Atlanta.
We're going to be doing Atlanta, possibly
No,
next
but
year.
okay. How does the concept play into? Carnival in Atlanta, Carnival in Brooklyn. It generally is a daytime thing. Well, we have Juve in Brooklyn. How would that? I could see that fitting into Juve morning.
Well, we had this year. Actually, last year we had Amazing Colors with a section on the road for Labor Day. And Labor Day is a daytime mass.
So how does the lights
So
work?
the lights doesn't play, and so it's a different concept. So
Okay.
we have a different concept. We still had a big participation. You see, what we do, we bring out the sexiness in the mass.
Okay.
So our outfits.
Nakedness?
Is not naked, it's just sexy.
It was just
It's
sexy,
just
okay.
sexy. Even in the Monday Night Mass,
okay,
our outfits are
Some people will say
really
naked.
nice, really sexy. It's not all the way mass where you have feathers on your shoulders and stuff. It's more outfit, it's more sexiness, it's more that type of thing. That's what we do.
Attraction.
Yeah.
Attraction. No, that's Amazing Colors. And Amazing Colors, truly amazing. You have embarked on a new venture
Yes.
that is hitting the airwaves hard every day. It's a daily venture,
Yes.
6 to 7 o'clock,
Yes.
and people are responding like hotcake, like a moth to a flame, like the river to the sea. I mean, they're coming at you, and for me, there are 3 stories that you did that was riveting. But before I go to those stories, I want us to run that tape we have with you and Patrick.
Sure.
Because and the program is called. It's not a new concept, and again, what Junior is, maybe he could explain this. Junior is taking the idea of others that he sees going around with stuff, and he's simply enhancing it and making it his own. And when I saw him do that, I was like, oh shit, this is like, damn, why didn't I think of it? But it's a new twist. For those of you who are in the media, it's a new twist on man in the street. Back in the day, in the newspaper business, well, we'll go to a person on the street and ask them their opinion about something, and they'll give us a response. We write it down, and we put them in a section in the paper, and, you know, what have you. Radio and television came along, and we'll walk with a microphone, walk up to somebody with a mic, and ask them their opinion, and they'll, you know, we'll put it back in the news or whatever format that is being broadcast. So now what he's doing now is taking the same idea, the same concept of this, but now instead of having you standing wherever, he arranged it with a guest. They get in the car, and through the power of social media, he's able to get a lot of people watching to one of his guests or 2 of his guests or sometimes 3 of the guests.
Yeah.
And having conversation. So right now, the biggest one, the hottest thing on the table right now is the battle of the sexes, and where men have their opinion about women, and women have their opinion about men, and talking stuff. But anyway, I want you to watch this now. Patrick Dells, I've had him as a guest, not in the studio, but I've had him, you know, on location, where he's presenting information on herbal healing. For those of you who are into that side of life, Patrick is one of the most prolific herbalists right now today, bar none. And here is Patrick with Junior in RideAlong. Rotate.
As a child, did you go to school to learn about putting together those those herbs?
But after the Chinese doctor repaired my condition,
right,
I said to myself, let me go and study Chinese medicine.
Right.
So that's what I studied. So I practice Chinese medicine, but I mix it with Eastern and mix them together.
Right.
I do African, Chinese, Averic medicine, and Western medicine, but I combine them together.
Right.
In one.
Right. And
also Caribbean medicine too, because we have Caribbean plants.
Right.
So I do a combination of all of them. Mm-hmm. Get people better.
Okay.
But I had a stroke at 32 years old.
You had a stroke?
I had a stroke at 32 years old. See, I'm moving now?
Right. So, you know, I've been following the teaching, your teaching. I've been also following the teaching of Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
And find out more about
great man.
Yeah, that natural healing, natural health, and natural putting together. And one of the things that I learned was that the herbs are the healing of the nation.
Yes.
Right.
If you believe in scriptures, right?
Right.
So a lot of people in the Caribbean believe in scriptures.
Yeah.
They read the Bible.
Yeah.
All right. If you read the Bible and you're a believer in scriptures, in the beginning God gave us a diet.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Genesis 1:29. Vegetation shall be for your meat, not flesh. Because flesh and meat is two different things.
Right.
Flesh is chicken and fish and pork and beef.
Right.
That's flesh.
Uh-huh.
Vegetables is nuts and seeds and vegetables.
Yes.
That's what meat is.
Uh-huh.
So in the beginning he gave us an alkaline diet. Don't forget that.
Yes.
Genesis 1:29. Read it for yourself.
Uh-huh.
It says, vegetation shall be for your meat, the nuts and the seeds and the leaves of the trees shall be for healing.
Yeah.
He come back in Ezekiel 47:12 and tell you the same thing. All the branches and all the leaves, all the roots, they shall be used for healing. And he come back in Revelation, with them Christians talking about the next world, in the next system again, he come back and tell the same thing in Revelation chapter 22 verses 2. And the herb, the leaves of the trees shall be for the healing of the nation. I believe that. So when I use herbs the right way, with a good diet, People have to make the lifestyle changes and they fix dead.
Someone asked about stomach ulcer.
Stomach ulcer is totally different. If you have a stomach ulcer first, you got to find out from your doctor if you have the pylori bacteria, because lots of people who have stomach ulcers have the pylori bacteria there. So you must take a blood test. If the pylori bacteria is there, we kill it with golden seal and garlic. But the garlic must be used with either honey, if you don't have diabetes, honey, or some organic yogurt to carry the garlic into the stomach to kill the pylori bacteria there.
Yeah.
If it's the ulcer in there, we use what we call the Milson plants. The Milson plants mean the plant go in and they soothe the ulcer. So sea moss is good to use there.
Okay.
Because sea moss will soothe the ulcer. Marshmallow, slippery, fennel seed, they're all plants that we can use to soothe ulcers and fix them.
Right.
There.
Right.
But the person cannot eat food that will irritate the ulcer. So we take them off the coarse foods, give them more soups while we rest in the stomach, and we're using the herbs to fix or repair the ulcer. That's how we fix ulcers. You must come by Patrick does. And I will fix you up, because I must clean up your system.
Yes.
You must clean what you created. Whatever havoc you created in your system, you must clean it up.
Yeah.
You must do that. Just like you clean your vehicles. Just like you will take your vehicle and take it to a mechanic to get it fixed.
Yeah.
You gotta come and fix your troubles by the mechanic. Me, I'm the mechanic now.
Yeah.
I'm a different mechanic. See what I'm saying? You have to come and clean your system up, and then we look at the cause of your impotent or your ED, and once you find the cause of it, you will fix it, because if you don't find the cause, you can never fix nothing. And that's the reason why the medical system failing people, because people are living in a sick care system, not a healthcare system. We are living in a sick care system, because the man is saying to you, go get sick, come to me. And when you come to me, because I don't know the cause of your troubles, I can never fix it. So I will put a plaster on your sore, and you will get a temporary relief. Relief, that is, not repair. And once you have the temporary relief, he will put you on a drug forever and ever. Amen. And that is your downfall. You have to learn. You have to re-educate your mind.
I know I love you. You know we do. Every day.
Tomorrow, Morgan Heritage, right here on the RideAlong. Morgan Heritage tomorrow, 6 p.m. The whole Morgan Heritage crew.
Together.
And that's Patrick Doves
Yes.
and Junior George.
Yes.
Two Grenadians, I said two Grenadians just burning up the airways, because Patrick has those of you watching and don't know, you can log into Patrick's various feeds. Go to his webpage actually, and you could log in to look back and look at past presentations that he has done, speaking about anything and everything as it relates to herbs and healing.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you were saying something?
No, well, the premise of that particular live was months and years. I was actually trying to get Patrick on.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get.
And when the opportunity availed itself, I was happy that I could get him on the ride along.
Yeah.
You know, the ride along that we do on that we do every day is basically a feel good kind of vibe, right? So it's not. I mean, you saw Patrick, and we're talking about medical stuff and healing stuff, but there's far more stuff that we do, because my thing is to make people feel happy, to get people uplifted by stories, and that concept got people happy and got people uplifted because they got to know about their medical condition. So that was a very interesting show. I think it hit over 15,000, going on 16,000 views in 2 days or so. And yeah, that's one of the things that we do. As we talk about
then, I'm going through all of them, because the other one, which we should have a clip for, is a young lady in Canada. I think she lives in Canada.
Yes.
Her husband stabbed her.
Yes.
Right?
But he didn't stab her. Her story was, the premise of that, she contacted me. She contacted the show, and she said, her name is Phyllis Pascal. So Phyllis contacted the show after she saw a story with a previous show, and she said she wanted to tell her story. We said that, you know, our show, we want to make it is that everyone have a story to tell.
Right.
So Phyllis contacted me via email. She said, I want to be able to tell my story. Her story was that
Was she the first ride along?
no, she wasn't the first. The first one was actually Kirk Sital from Grenada.
Or the man in charge
of Carnival.
Of Mass.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Phyllis saw a previous show that we did, and she wanted to tell a story. She came on the program. She was dating this person for a number of years, and there have been some cases of domestic abuse that have been going on in the relationship. And apparently the guy didn't want her. He said to her, well, if I can have you, nobody can have you. So apparently because of the problem they were having in the relationship, when he got the inclination that she would have walked out on him, she was in the kitchen cooking or whatever. He came from behind her and put a knife to her neck. His intention, I don't want to be too graphic, was to cut her throat. That was his intention.
Right.
So he battled with her. He started to cut her neck like this with a knife. Now she is into, she worked with psychology. She worked with teens and stuff like that. So she went into combative mode. So she immediately put her neck down like this.
Chin.
So instead of her chin, so instead of he cutting the soft tissues of her throat, he ended up cutting her around her chin. So she got very deep wounds right around her chin here. And then he pushed her and started cut from the back of her neck.
Okay.
She jumped on top of him, and that's her telling us all the story.
Right.
And in live, I didn't hear the story before, so I was just as amused and amazed by everybody listening.
Well, that one got me. That
one got me because it was touching to see the strength of that woman. She basically went over him and asking him, why are you doing this? Think about our kids. You're going to go to jail.
They have two children.
They have two children. Why he already almost cut her neck off, cut her to the back, started to stab her about 15 times all over her body. She's talking to him while he's laying on the ground, and she's telling him, don't do this. Why are you doing this?
And she was able to pin him.
She was able to pin him,
Right.
And he's telling her
to hold the knife, the hand with the knife.
Yeah, so she's holding the knife and he's fighting,
Right.
and he's telling her, she said, why are you doing this? We have kids. You're going to go to jail. She was reasoning with him.
Trying to reason with him.
And he's telling her, I don't care about this. I don't care about the kids or whatever the case.
Fuck the kids.
He said, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to jump off the balcony.
Right.
He was telling her that in real time.
Right.
So the long and short of that particular story, which folks could still go and check out, the long and short of the story was that she's battling with him and she was able to escape that room, run away from him. She was able to find help. And while she running and yelling and to find help, no one answered her call until she was downstairs. And then she rushed into a door, somebody's apartment, and she said, he's trying to kill me. And she's instructing.
That one, because she was able to instruct the woman
how to take care of her.
How to save her life.
Yes. She said, take a towel, put it behind my neck, I'm bleeding there, take this thing. And she's instructing that person who was in shock.
Right.
The person who was like, they don't know what to do. She
told
me.
Wait. I'm going to tell this part. When she said, tell the woman, call 911.
Yeah.
And then the woman says to her, what's the number for 911?
Because she was so shocked.
Because she's in shock.
She was completely in shock.
Total
She didn't know the number for 911.
Right.
The lady was like, because just imagine, you're watching someone bleeding, dripping blood from all parts of their body.
Right.
I don't know how I would react. But Phyllis was so strong. She was the person in the position, and she was able to tell that lady how to take care of her
Right.
so that she don't die.
Right.
And eventually, the police came and all that stuff. And she's telling the police, make sure you go upstairs and find him.
And find him.